smells like a box of ass.
Shh. How are you doing?
How am I supposed to have a rum and coke without the rum?
You're not supposed to bring liquor into a movie theater.
Oh, but it's fine to bring a big box of ass?
I find all of these little things, and every time it just floors me. And you can laugh about it because it's so absurd, and it would be even more funny if it weren't scary. You know, if the anal secretions of beaver are in your vitamin water, I mean, what worse things are in there? It's just like something that can open your eyes to how... This is a sad state of affairs, Sean, you know, when
you're drinking,
eating and drinking beaver butt.
Yeah, you're drinking ass. You know what I mean?
That's not stale ass.
But continue, I'm sorry.
So, I mean, that's, originally when I was writing it, I didn't have that funny example in there. I just had, you know, artificial flavor from, and it started as a blog post, actually, from McDonald's in a strawberry milkshake. It's like 30 ingredients that you can't pronounce just in the strawberry flavoring part, and that's an artificial flavor. But when you look at actually how they were made and what's contained in these artificial and natural flavors, it's all pretty gnarly stuff, and it's not good for your body. Your body has no idea what to do with it. You can't even pronounce this stuff, and you know, there are all these stories of going off the New Jersey Turnpike, which is where a lot of these, you know, chemical factories are, the flavoring industry, which is worth billions, and no one really seems to know that. And you can go in and just like smell a hamburger in a test tube. And you can smell all these very specific things coming out of a test tube, and that's an issue. You're tricking your mind when you eat this stuff. You're tricking your body, and it's going to screw you up. I was actually just going over Nora Gagauz's book, Primal Body, Primal Mind, which is wonderful. Really an awesome read and very informative. And I think it was actually in the foreword that they talk about the idea of a super stimulus. So when you drink a Coke or something really sugary or that has tons of flavor in it, your body is so overwhelmed by this super stimulus that you'd never encounter in nature that it doesn't process the downfall. The sugar crash and all of the icky feelings that you get after are covered up to an extent because you're still feeling all these ridiculous highs from the sugar and all the other crap that they put in there, all the artificial flavors.
It's nuts. I remember reading about that maybe 10 years ago in Eric Schlosser's book, Fast Food Nation. I was just totally just blown away by that, all the different chemicals that they use to make something taste like strawberry. Like, there's not really strawberry in your strawberry shake if you're at a fast food restaurant. Absolutely not. It's just chemicals. And they're protected by the FDA. They're protected by the FDA due to trade secret laws, I believe it is. So if it ever says natural flavors, artificial flavors, that's a whole list of ingredients that you don't get to know about.
Certain flavors of ice cream, namely vanilla, strawberry, and raspberry, are longtime favorites, but have a dark secret lurking in their ingredients that not many people are aware of. If you've ever read the list of ingredients and wondered what castoreum is, you're about to find out, but we should warn you that you might not like the answer. Castoreum is actually a chemical that is found in the anal glands of beavers and is a perfect ice cream additive. The FDA says that it's non-toxic and safe to eat, but that doesn't make it any less disgusting. It turns out that castoreum is regularly used to flavor ice cream, which makes us cringe just thinking about how many times we powered through a tub of substance removed from a beaver's anal gland. It's also worth noting that this castoreum is sometimes mixed with actual beaver urine to enhance its properties.
We shouldn't be eating it regardless, right?
I mean, look, the fast food lobby and the soda lobby are, you know, they can convince you that any chemicals are fine. I think that those chemicals are terrible. I mean, I would advocate that everybody, you know, eats natural foods that comes from farms nearby them. And I mean, that's sort of, you know, as you can tell from my sweater, that's the lifestyle that I try to live. But, you know.
Off the grid punk.
I know, that's what I should do. You should bring me in to be an off-the-gridder, kind of.
The off-the-grid correspondent.
Yeah. Now, obviously, everyone can't do exactly what Brenda's saying for financial reasons. I want to throw that out there because every time we say that, people start going crazy about that, and that's totally legit. Okay, let's look at a couple others. We've got L-cysteine, which is used to improve the texture of commercial dough for many breads and other baked goods. The source is derived from dissolved human hair. mostly from China, of course, or duck feathers. I mean, how?
Oh my God.
The next one's even worse, but how do they even come up with that? How did someone think we are going to take human hair and dissolve it and then make it into a chemical that we're going to use in our, is this just mad science?
It sounds like it. I mean, did someone like burn their hair?
And it fell into the dough.
Yeah, and the dough was better, and they were like,
oh.
like, I didn't have time to get the hair out of the dough, but this tastes amazing.
Yeah, and if we don't have enough human hair, let's use some of those duck feathers that we have.
And isn't that funny? You go to a restaurant, if there's a hair in your soup, or you freak out, yeah, we don't have a problem. If it's dissolved and you don't see it, not a problem. And now, the third one, and this may be the winner. Castoreum, which is also known as beaver anal gland juice. Just take a moment and let that seep in, no pun intended. It is natural flavoring, which basically means it's anything.
Natural?
Yeah, what is natural? As long as it comes from nature and it isn't created in a lab. So technically this is natural. This is not a chemical. Castoreum comes from a beaver's anal gland and is used as a natural flavoring in foods and beverages like ice cream, typically as vanilla, strawberry, or raspberry. Trayvon, I feel you know about this because before we started the show, you immediately said the raspberry thing.
I saw that online because I love raspberry iced tea. And I was like, oh my God, I should never drink. Who was eating a beaver's ass and discovered this tastes like vanilla, a little bit like raspberry?
Right.
Like, I gotta tell someone about this.
Right.
We are missing out.
Right, it's the second guy that's curious. So, okay, maybe somebody ate a beaver's ass and was like, oh, this is pretty good. I want to. But then he thought, I'm going to tell somebody about this, I guess is the weird
I just
part.
don't know how we have enough beavers in America anymore. I mean, I understand during sort of the Hudson Project we have.
How do you get them to sit still?
That's legit.
They're pretty, like, crazy, angry animals, I think.
Just sit still long enough to rub an ice cream cone on the butt. And then take it off.
I mean, really, though, what the fuck?
What do they mean by natural flavor? Well, this song is for you. Hit it, boys! I don't want no natural flavor. Beaver ain't a liquid, it's not for me. I don't want no natural flavor. Beaver ain't a liquid, it's not for me. Natural flavor is an umbrella term that includes some nasty things. Like castoreum, which is a fancy word for beaver anal liquid. I don't want no natural flavor. Beaver anal liquid is not for me. I don't want no natural flavor. Beaver anal liquid is not for me.
Why would I take that the wrong way? Ugh. Tastes like stale ass.
You like? Subscribe!